I'm Angelo Dicicco, and this is a day in my life. What's up, boys?
Come into my hizzy, as the kids say these days.
I'm gonna unload the dishwasher while my coffee's pouring, and then I'm gonna make my breakfast. I'm gonna make some steak and eggs. I usually make bacon, but I used to make steak and eggs. I don't want to get back into it because it's good. With strawberries? And strawberries, yeah. This is literally a thin cut ribeye steak. I normally, like I said, I normally do bacon. I don't remember what it is. I don't think I ever really wrote it down. I mean, I just write it in my fitness pal, pay attention to what the numbers are. I just look at it by the end of the day and make sure I hit all the numbers.
What are your numbers you try to hit?
195 to 200 protein, around 500 carbs, and 100 to 120 fat.
Did you season that steak?
It's just a tiny little breakfast steak. It doesn't need any seasoning. Like, I'm gonna be done with it before I even notice it's seasoned.
What made you want to be a firefighter?
I don't know. I've just always kind of, well, I guess I was in college. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so Marlon Sider at the gym, he was a firefighter. He said Cookville was hiring. He's like, yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. And then I kind of thought about it some more. I was like, yeah, I mean, growing up, I kind of wanted to be in the military. I wasn't ever too serious about it, but I thought, you know, that'd be a cool job if I didn't know what I wanted to do. And this is pretty similar to that. So, especially being in my own city, doing like kind of, I don't know, acts of service for the people in our city is cool. This is where I podcast. This is where I do, like, I roll out and I stretch. I use, like, I got like the cups. I got some, look at that, some CBD MD massage oil. I use that to like do the cup sliding, and then all my shoes. When I was in middle school, he came to my school and like put us through like a little workout after he'd won the 2012 games. Him and Dan Bailey, they both came, and then I asked him. I go, hey, like, can I start going to your gym? He said, yeah, we have an intro class, and we're working on a teens class right now. And then I started then. He says he doesn't even remember this. I sent it to him like a few years ago. He goes, dude, what is that? I go, you signed it for me. My buddy Kurt. This is from Kurt's funeral from June 19th, 2020. Here's the coin that we made for it with kind of his favorite stuff on it, Harley stuff, and then Braves on it, and then there's his number and his badge on the back. Same number as my tattoo. Kurt passed away a couple years ago due to some work-related stuff. So I got the tattoo shortly after, kind of remind me of him. I can look down at it, especially when I'm competing. You know, it's right there. I can look at it, think about, you know, it's just a workout. The pain I'm dealing with in the workout, it's probably not as much as that he was dealing with. So I use that as some motivation when I'm tired. When I sold my bike and used the money to buy this bike, we had the exact same bike. Mine was silver and a couple years older. His is black and a couple years newer. And the cool thing about this is a dent that he put in the tank. He put this dent in the tank on Rich's driveway. He slid down Rich's driveway and fell and hit it on the gravel. Yeah, we rode together. We really only had one good ride together. And we have a picture from it, like our bikes side by side. They look identical. Mine's silver, his is black. And then now I have his bike. With these gas prices, I only take this. To the barn, boys. So many options.
You do have a lot of shoes. Most of your house you had a rack downstairs.
I do have
also.
a lot of shoes. I have a lot of shoes. I'm probably just gonna wear these. I got protein powder that spilled in there. These are the old reliables. Like, I can do everything in these. I just trust them the most.
Welcome guys to Day in Life of Angelo Dicicco, the man that beat me in 2017 at the games.
he still out-snatched me by 30 pounds. 30 pounds.
Yeah, because he was 16 snatching 300.
He out-snatched me by 30 pounds, and because no one else, there was still no one between us, so I still took second. I think I snatched like 260, 265. He snatched 290, 295.
He only had to do 265.
He only had to do like, 270. He would have won. But the highlight reel of him hitting it, and then the highlight reel of him almost killing himself at like 300 or something is pretty good. It's worth it.
For it again. Oh, and he takes it in the back of the head.
Yeah, I think it goes without saying I actually missed my next lift after watching that. Stretch for about 10, 15 minutes. Crossover or some kind of shoulder warm-up. Then like the hip halo or like some 90-90 for the hips. So I'll do shoulder, then hips, and then start getting into the movements.
How old are you?
22.
Why do you warm up so much?
Shut up. I've been doing this for, I may be only 22, but I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been competing for like 8. With a little hiatus for a year and a half there, but still, I've been training a lot. God, what are we gonna do now?
What's the plan now?
Dude, this is not gonna be a day in the life. This is gonna, have you ever watched Darren's old Day in the Life?
Yes.
It's like a day of hanging out with Darren, because that was not a day in the life.
So what's happening?
We're gonna wait until do our second session later and make it bigger because we made this session short.
Why do we make it shorter?
Rich had his kids needed to get their like school vaccine or whatever, so they get them 5-year-old shots, I think is what it's called.
So back to your house?
I guess. We're gonna go home and chill because Rich had to leave, so we'll come back around I think 1 and just do a bigger session because our morning session was short. So go chill for a little bit, I guess. This is some, I don't know actually.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. It's not pork. I think it's beef. This is some kind of cow meat and rice. We're gonna go back to the barn to work out a lot, and then I think we're gonna go turkey hunting. So let's get some camo, I guess. Text, he said, hey, do you want to go hunting?
Yes.
He was like, yes, this is a perfect day in the life.
You guys better shoot something. I want to see something die.
Hey,
So you can rub some. I want to see Rich rub some like blood as like war paint on Angelo. Make him drink some turkey blood.
turkey blood.
What are you guys about to do?
5 power snatch, 185, 50-foot handstand walk, double obstacle, 5 power snatch, 185, rest 1-to-1. 5 times maybe. Until I'm squatting all of the power snatches. Hey, age means nothing. It's all about.
Okay, so let's go for the other 22.
There's more broken than you. The only person who it depends on what time of the year it is that is more broken than me is Rick. It's not always true, but sometimes it is. No, I don't think it has anything to do with the CrossFit years. I have more Cookville years than you guys. Barn years are dog years than CrossFit. If you train 1 year in the barn, that's 7 years of CrossFit. No wonder like the offensive and defensive line guys in the NFL only last like 3 years. They take the most beating.
10.
Yikes. Hey, everyone needs to get there. I mean, you guys will get there before me, but don't let me get on the handstand walk ramp before you. yeah, it's so bad. Like 2 things I'm the worst at in one workout. Heavy power snatch, cycling, handstand walk. Yeah, because the slower I went, the faster he went. Faster he was cycling the bar. Sorry, buddy. Lower back explosion. It's weird to say that there's less stress. There's like, I put less pressure on myself, like, if I have a bad training session. It's weird to say because you think it'd be more because you have a team, but like, I feel like there's a lot riding on it, but I know that there's other people there to pick me up if like that were to happen on the floor. Like, if I feel like I'm having a bad workout, it's not all about me. So if I'm having a bad workout, you know, Sasha could be having a great workout and it could offset and we still do good in the event. So it's like knowing you have weaknesses, trying to minimize those holes, but knowing that you have other teammates who can pick up where those weaknesses are is nice. And then you want to try your hardest for them. So in training, even if I know something's a weakness, I'm going to try my best to get better at it so that on game day, it's not as much of a weakness. That way I'm not the one holding us back. So it's like a give and take. Like there's more pressure in certain ways and a lot less pressure in other ways. I like the idea of that, going team that year. 18? Yeah. I like the idea of going team that year. We had a good team that year. And I think, honestly, our team this year could be even better. So I'm excited to see how we do this year, especially since Independence already has a good name, getting 4th that one year. Try to at least do that or do better is the goal, to get on the podium. So there's some pressure that way, but I think we're capable of it, so it's more so just believing in ourselves and training hard all season, getting it done. So I think it's there. It's pretty much the work cut out for us. If we want it, we can go get it. We just have to do the work. First workout, 13. Yeah, it was November 2012. November 2012. It was 50, 35, 20. Wall balls, kettlebell swings, and sit-ups. I wish I had a more vivid memory of like doing it. Like I wish I would have actually thought about it. Like, man, this is the good old days. Remember this? But I was just doing it because I wanted to work out. I didn't think it was like, I didn't even know you could. I guess I knew Ridge competed in it, but I was like, from that, that point of view, it's like it's a professional sport. I'm never gonna compete. And I'm just gonna do CrossFit. Like,
They didn't have a team division yet, right?
no, 2 years. That was 2 years before.
The first time you did it?
I almost didn't. Sarge and Darren were kind of on me. Maybe Ben Rogers too were kind of on me. So we did the open workout, normal Friday Night Lights, and I just did the regular. They announced the team division, but they didn't announce there was going to be anything else. It was just like the open, and that was it. And I was like, I'd rather just like, at this point, I kind of had aspirations of maybe going to regionals in the next 5 years or so. I was like planning on going to regionals by the time I was 18 or something. So I just wanted to see where I stacked up in the region. That's all I really cared about. And then Monday, I came in and they're like, hey, you should do that workout and sign up for the team division. They go, you would probably do pretty good because the weights were lighter, and even with the heavier weights, my score was still gonna be okay. So I was like, oh, I'll do it. And then I think I won that workout, and I took like 2nd or 3rd in the lift. It was the 15.1 and 0.1A. So it was that and the clean and jerk, the workout and clean and jerk. I got like 1st and 3rd or something, and then I was at the top of the leaderboard. And after that, the 4th week of the open, they announced that we were gonna go to the games. And dude, the amount of times people at the gym told me I told you so was a lot, and I was glad I did it. Because if I hadn't signed up for the open, I wouldn't have competed that year and I wouldn't have won. So that was cool. I think that's it. It's good. Good day. Through really hard workouts. Hunting, maybe some zone 2. You ready to go kill an animal?
Are you ready to go kill an animal?
I'm ready to go walk through Rich's woods. I don't know if I kill anything. There's a lot of turkey sign around here though. When we went deer hunting, there's a lot of areas where the turkey are hanging out at. He's been out and he's been seeing or at least hearing turkeys, so they're around here. Just a matter of finding them.
Go up to the top rim. Okay. Walk around up there a little bit.
Are we went deer hunting?
Yes, I have seen some up there. Maybe get around to the backside.
Because when we were deer hunting, when we got back to the backside on the little ridge back there where you fork and make.
It's called Turkey Ridge.
Oh, that's what
I call it.
Okay, so yeah, go back to Turkey Ridge.
And so if you don't see anything up there, maybe sit, call a little bit. what you do is pitch off down the back. And if you hit those back lower trails, you can see there's one of those fields back there, and then you can see all these fields.
Yeah.
So let me know if you see something, and worst case, we can try to maneuver. I'm gonna go over on this ridge where I've seen some, just to like be in a completely different area.
This rooster like going crazy, so we kind of, and we hear something, we think we hear some gobbles responding to it, so we go towards it. We're like, let's just go over there, maybe that turkey's dumb enough to kind of get near that rooster and see what's going on. We get over there, and then we hear this kid screaming. Like every time the rooster crows, the kid would scream. And it like sounded like a you know, because turkey have to make that awful noise when they respond. It was just like an awful scream. Yeah, I'm starving.
Did you haven't had much food today?
I have not had much food today, you're right. I've not had nearly as much food as I usually have. So what you saw for breakfast is pretty accurate. And then what I had for lunch, I had a protein bar, which kind of messed my lunch up and made me not that hungry. I usually eat like a pretty good lunch, like some kind of meat and rice. And then I do that with a protein shake, like maybe a Fit Aid. And then I'll have dessert too, which is like a granola bar or something. I had my fruit snacks in the middle of this training session. I did not have my Gatorade in the middle of this training session. That was another thing I missed out on. Yeah, and then I usually binge eat at night, so I haven't missed my binge eating session though. That's good. That tractor's so nice on the inside. It's so warm. It screams too. It goes so fast. It feels like you're going fast in it. It may not really be that fast.
When did you drive it?
No. I do what Violet's doing right now. I sit in the jump seat beside Rich. He's never taught me to drive it. I don't think he wants me to drive it.
First thing on the menu.
A bowl of cereal, honey bunches of oats. Kind of buy me some time till I eat dinner.
To the dungeon?
To the dungeon, yeah. To the scary basement. I want you to see how much water is in it. Like if we didn't have it running, there'd be so much mold. Look at that.
Every day?
It's usually not this much, but 30 minutes of zone 2, I think. Unless I get bored and only want to do like 20. I'll probably do 30.
Is this brand new Echo bike?
Brand new. I did like 8 calories on it the other day. I just got on, I was starting to warm up, and then Rich texted me and said, hey, do you want to come to the barn? So I stopped. So that's the only amount of work I've done on this thing.
See you on the other side.
Yep. I'll probably listen to my audiobook.
You listen to an audiobook?
Right now, I probably will.
What book?
American Buffalo. Steve Ranella. The cookbook I have upstairs. I think, did you get a shot of the cookbook I had?
Yeah.
Same guy. Meat eater guy. Done. Is that like right at 400, under 400? Yeah, it was like 145, 150-ish heart rate. I think that's pretty good.
Done for the day?
I'm probably gonna do some shoulder accessory now. Now that I'm warm, I might do something else. Supposedly cuts off based on my blood pressure or something like that. Anyways, they do their best to cut off exactly 50% of the blood flow to my arms, and with that, you're supposed to be able to get the same benefit moving 30% of your max as you would moving 100% once. So like you can move 30%, obviously, even with these on, I can still do 30% of my max a lot. So that's the idea, is you can build muscle quickly. I use them just for rehab stuff. I'll do some like plate things and some stuff from the knees over toes guy. He has like some shoulder protocol, and so we copied that. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that with these on, so kind of mix the two, just to do some accessory. Hey Google, play Judah and the Lion. I usually warm up. My warming up is some accessory and some activation stuff, and then I'll do like some serious rehab protocol stuff 2 or 3 times a week. CBD MD stuff. I use pretty much all of their products. I have been using the Recover, for like at least 6 months. Since my shoulder started to bug me, Sasha and Batu gave me some that they got at the games, and I was using it, and I was like, man, I love using it. So I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I already use your product and I love it, so I'd like to promote it if you guys wanted to sponsor me. And they were excited as well, so kind of got like a whole lineup. So I got the massage oil, the Recover. This is the stuff, the Freeze, pain relieving like gel, and I use that before I train or like during training. Just regular CBD oil, like that's in a gummy form, and then the CBD PM is the thing I use the most. And I get a lot of questions about it. So a lot of people are worried about taking CBD products because there could be a possibility of a trace of THC in it. And for me, as a firefighter, obviously that is bad. I can't have THC in me. This has a QR code. You can scan it, with your phone or something, and it'll bring you to their website, give you like a link in their website to see if that specific batch had any THC in it. Because legally, it can't have just a finite amount of THC in it. So you can check to see if it has any THC in it. And none of the products that I've been given from them have had any THC in it. So I take all their stuff worry-free. I get randomly drug tested at work fairly often. So I definitely can't be taking THC, especially even in competition season. I just don't want to take anything that could possibly be a banned substance. I think in competition it's a banned substance, so I don't want to do that either. This has no THC in it, and I can take it worry-free. So any other firefighters or people that get drug tested regularly, that's the stuff for you for sure, and it works. Whatever's sticking down, kind of pull it up. Not too aggressive though. It's not really supposed to be super painful. It's just supposed to move the muscle around a little bit. But I'm really excited about this. This will be the first Omaha steaks that I've ever cooked for myself.
What do you have with the steak?
I'm gonna have some asparagus and just some like easy make rice, which I won't have to make that for a little while.
You enjoy cooking?
Yes. especially steak, because I make the steak a certain way that I like, and I'm kind of gotten to a point where I don't like the way like restaurants make it, because I like the way I make it so much. 42 carbs.
Big soda guy?
Big soda guy. I watched a Gordon Ramsay video on YouTube, and I just make them that way. Pretty simple. So I heat the pan up, which is happening right now. I'll salt the steaks liberally. A little bit of pepper. I don't like pepper too much, but it helps the crust on the steak. Paleo Nick gave this to me a long time ago. So I will put them on, flipping them every 90 seconds to get them cooked evenly. And once I'm about done with them, I will take a spoonful of butter and I'll put it in the pan, let that melt. Then I'll do like half a spoonful of, I would like to do fresh garlic, but this is the only garlic I have. So I'll use that garlic, I'll put that in the pan, let it start to cook, and I'll baste the steaks in that for like 1 more minute. And then I'll take them off, let them sit for 5 minutes, and then and this is a staple, once or twice a week. I'll have this with that soda, and then I'll have a Pop-Tart and maybe another Spindrift, and then I'll go to bed.
Pop-Tart just to finish off the calories?
Finish off the carbs, finish off the calories, yeah. I am going to eat my very late dinner, and then I'm going to have a snack, take a shower, go to bed, and that's kind of a day in my life. A little bit of a weird day, but that's what my life looked like today.